you owe the IRS back taxes, your case is sitting in one of 4 different collection departments. And which one changes everything about how you fight back. When I have a new client that comes on board that has IRS taxed, one of the key pieces of information that I have to figure out is what collection department it's assigned to. This holds key as far as how we have to proceed moving forward. And the reason why is that each collection department operates a little differently. And there are 4 different departments of what we're dealing with the IRS. Let's go ahead and break it down. First and foremost, the IRS has their ACS, Automated Collection Systems. And the IRS ACS department is the one that handles the majority of the collection cases for the IRS. As the name implies, ACS, they do send out a lot of automated notices that are just sent away because of how long you've owed the money and what level you're at. The majority of the times you get a letter, it's not a person that has reviewed your case or is looking at you. It's all the computer systems of the IRS. Now, the authority that ACS does have is they have the power to issue out federal tax liens, wage garnishments, and bank levies. So definitely don't underestimate them. The second department is known as IRS Special Compliance. And this is kind of weird. And I believe it's a waste of taxpayers' money because they are actually a division of ACS. And in my experience, these are the type of cases that they handle. One is if they kind of haven't got a hold of you, Special Compliance will take over. Typically, it is those with higher balances, generally over $100,000 and above. They also tend to take over folks that are self-employed and with years of unfiled taxes. And I want to repeat that it's a complete waste of taxpayers' money is the fact that they have the same authority as ACS. Third on up is private collection agencies. The IRS employs 3 different private collection agencies. They have changed a bit in the past, but what they do is they get it assigned from the IRS in order to collect. Typically, the IRS is unable to get a hold of somebody. They deem them non-collectible and dish it off to the collection agency. So these collection agencies now, they have to apply both federal and state law. So they might have enforcement that might be a little different in California than compared to Texas, New York, or wherever it is that you're from. The one good thing is with these private collectors that have no authority whatsoever to issue out any liens, levies, or garnishments. Regarding these private collectors do have federal rights, including if they happen to place phone calls or trying to get a hold of you, you don't actually have to talk to them. You could just tell them simply, hey, do not contact me over the phone. If you do, I'll file a federal complaint against you. And you could simply end the call. They cannot take any action. What to look out for would be if this gets assigned back to the IRS. And if so, that means you have to take appropriate action to resolve your issues. You never want things open in collections with IRS collections. And the last one up I want to discuss is when it gets assigned to field collections. This is where a personal collector with the IRS, this agent is known as a revenue officer, takes over and you must resolve it with them. Dealing with revenue officers are very tough. These are skilled collectors and they play detectives regarding your finances, your income sources, your expenses, and you must deal with them one-on-one. Only under certain circumstances you could go around them, such as if they file a lien, you could file an appeal. Now, revenue officers tend to take on cases with the IRS whenever you owe $1 million or more in personal liabilities. When it comes to businesses, they take over whenever you have payroll liabilities of over $25,000. Now, in regarding businesses as well, they take charge of piercing the corporate veil, where they not only hold your business liable, but they pierce it where you're held liable through civil penalties, and they have something called the 4180 interview, and they enforce that upon you. So if you're struggling with IRS tax debt and kind of are confused with what department you're in or where your case stands, I can review your case. Book a free strategy review by commenting IRS tax debt. My team will reach out, coordinate that for you.